Disputed paraphilia diagnoses and legal decision-making is one of your other focuses, right?
That was one of my graduate students, and I was a supervising and second author.
Paraphilias would be in the, I mean, that's basically if you have some kind of weird sexual things that you do, right?
Something like that, yes.
Yeah. Continuing on, juvenile, a lot of juvenile focus on your resume, correct, sir?
Yes, there's a fair amount of juvenile work that I've done over the years.
Involuntary medication, trial competence, clinical dilemmas, substance abusing adjudicated adolescence, and your resume basically is a number of pages, correct? Would you agree with me? It's almost 70 pages, right?
Yes, I would agree with you.
Okay. Flipping through and jumping ahead, sir, you wrote book chapters, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
You dealt with forensic mental health assessments, principles, and standards of care, right?
That's right.
Violence risk assessment, right?
Correct.
Juvenile violence risk assessment, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Managing hindsight, bias, and unstructured judgments, implications for legal decision-making is an article that you had, chapter or whatever that you wrote, right?
Yes, it is.
Again, juvenile delinquency, juvenile delinquency, juvenile delinquency, juvenile delinquency. A lot of focus on juveniles, right?
Yes, there's a fair amount of
then
focus on juveniles over the years, yes.
A number of reviews that you have published, presentations that you've presented, a lot of them dealing again with juveniles and dealing with assessments of prisoners to have them released into society, things of that nature, right? Yes. Life sentence juveniles, for example, is one of the things you focus on, right?
Yes, again,
okay.
There's been a fair amount of juvenile work and
handling difficult cross-examination, integrating perspectives, combining substance with style and learning. What does that mean? Handling difficult cross-examination.
Well, one of the things that people as forensic psychologists need to do is convey what they have done in a way that is effective. And so there are things that you...
To a jury?
To a jury, to a judge, to an attorney, various kinds of...
Well, when you're dealing with an attorney, sir, you're presenting information to the attorney. You're not dealing with difficult cross-examination, are you?
Could you repeat the question, please?
Sure. You wrote about handling difficult cross-examination, integrating perspectives, combining substance with style.
Yes.
And what is, 25 words or less, what is that basically telling people? How to, what, withstand cross-examination?
It's how most effectively to convey the results of the evaluation that you have done.
And then, again, just hundreds of articles on topics that the jurors can look at because your resume is in evidence. Finishing it off on that end, sexual abuse behavior, juvenile forensic mental health, violence risk assessment of juveniles, behavioral measure of sexual offense behavior, influencing third-party informant observations dealing with juveniles. Should the courts coerce offenders into substance abuse treatment? Is there one article, one, that you wrote about a woman who is pregnant, who is undergoing postpartum depression, and God forbid, psychosis?
No.
But you did write an article 49 years ago. You published an article on psychosis in 1977 with your dad. Before, well, you were in college, apparently, right? Right?
Yeah, I was his research assistant at that time when I was in college, yes.
Okay. And this is before you went to graduate school, and you used the diagnostic framework that no longer exists, didn't you, back then?
It was a long time ago.
Right. And actually, it was 3 years before the DSM was even written. DSM-1, back in the Stone Age.
It was a while ago.
That's the only article you ever wrote dealing with that issue. Is that correct, sir?
Dealing with what issue, sir?
Postpartum psychosis.
Yes.
Does I mean yes? Thank you. So, you make arrangements with the district attorney's office to get all this discovery that I sent you, that the DA sent you, police reports that you went through with the jury, and you read it, right?
Yes, that's right.
And you must have talked to the DAs before you saw Lindsay, right?
Yes.
Okay. How many times?
I don't remember how many times.
Well, you billed them for it, I'll bet, right?
Any time I spend on a case like this, I record and it gets billed.
Of course. So you do have records, but who cares at this point? I mean, you're here testifying based on your opinion at the request of the prosecutors, right?
I'm here based on, yes, at this point, I've completed the evaluation and don't remember things like how many times I talked to the DAs. That's part of it.
But basically, in your conversations with these two prosecutors, sir, did you talk to the state police at all, detectives?
I reviewed a massive amount of reports, some by the state police, some by other individuals. So I reviewed records for many, many hours.
And when you got involved with this case 3 years later, or 2.5 years later, you'd agree with me that it was quite publicized, right?
Yes, I would agree with that.
You've heard of confirmation bias, I'm sure, right?
I have indeed.
Yes. And however many times you talked to the DAs and reviewed the information, would you agree with me, sir, that before you met with Lindsay in Tewksbury, you pretty much had an idea that this woman was a beast, killed her 3 kids, didn't you?
I would not agree with you at all.
So you had an open mind when you went in there to Tewksbury to see and speak to for 3 days, Lindsay Clancy?
I did my best to have an open mind, yes.
You told us yesterday you had some difficult decisions to make, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Right. So when did you first meet Avram?
When did I first meet him?
Yeah.
That probably would have been late 2025, early 2026.
Okay. Around the same time that you first got involved with the case?
No, it would have been considerably after I first got involved with the case.
Where did you meet him?
Where did I meet him?
That's what I said. Where did you meet him?
Virtually.
Oh, virtually.
Yes.
Okay. So it's like a Zoom thing or FaceTime or something.
Exactly.
Did you ever meet him in person before you went to Tewksbury?
No, I didn't.
So did you guys